What's going on, traders? So this is just a video just like how to break down possible trade ideas when you're trading the Federal Reserve rate decision, especially this one where we have the dot plot is going to finally be the main focus for this rate decision. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is just inside my private Discord group because we like to focus on fundamentals, right? And having like a little cheat sheets that could help give you an edge just so you know what to look for in order to have a direction in the markets. All right, guys. So what we need to see that comes out for this rate decision first, we need to see if they're going to cut rates, right? Or they're going to remain the same. So most likely uh, this rate decision, they're just going to leave rates unchanged. But the main focus right now is currently is just the dot plot. So just try to make this very simple as possible, just so that you can get an understanding and know what to look for. So for this scenario, just to have a dovish outlook, right? So dovish meaning, obviously, when you look at the bottom, you see the dollar and the yield supposed to be bearish. Equities and gold should be bullish from this dovish scenario. If you see the dot plot has 3 cuts this year, and the projections of rates is going to be unchanged at 4.6% because this was already established at the last meeting for the dot plot. This is what the Feds are already expecting, 3 rate cuts this year, which makes them dovish. And if we see that PCE slash inflation, right, we see that inflation is still unchanged because the overall projection of where they expect inflation to go is still down to 2%. So they've been saying that before. If they continue to stay at that tone, most likely this would give us that dovish reaction. When we're trading rate decisions, forward guidance is the main factors. The main thing that we pay attention to is forward guidance. If we see, and there's a lot of comments that's going to come out, so this is why we have, I have this news terminal for everybody so we could look at the headlines together when the rate decision actually comes out, right? So the thing is, we need to pay attention to the comments. Is it leading towards that inflation is slowing down? So if the inflation is slowing down, the process is slowing down, any hints towards the Feds is looking to reduce rates, any comments leaning towards rate cuts, that is forward guidance expecting rates to go down, which is going to give us another dovish outlook. So this is what I want to see happen in order for us to take the best tradable opportunity. Now for a dovish scenario, I'm gonna expect dollar weakness, yields is going to be weaker. US equity should go stronger and gold should go stronger as well. Okay. So whatever pairs you're looking to trade, just as long as you get this dovish scenario, you should trade it within that direction. Okay. Now just moving forward, because now we're going to go towards the hawkish scenario. So pretty much the opposite. So what's going to lead towards a hawkish outlook? If the dot plot shows that there are possibly two rate cuts, or if they leave it at 2, I say like 2 or 3. If they go down to 2 or 1, matter of fact, I'm gonna change that to a 1. That was supposed to be a 1. My mistake, guys. So if they actually show that rate cuts is at 2 or 1%, right? At least 1 rate cut, I will go there. If the dot plot shows 2 or 1 rate cut, then that would be a hawkish outlook because that's just showing that the Federal Reserve members are expecting pretty much no rate, like pretty much as 1 rate cut this year instead of 3. So instead of the 3, that's supposed to be a 1. So that would help give us a hawkish outlook. They're expecting that inflation, obviously, inflation is still high. And if we see that comments are leading towards that, they need more confidence in bringing inflation down. And the Feds are now open to adjusting policy in either direction. So meaning that they're open to be restrictive, or they possibly could look at raising rates again because inflation is and their track record is still rising. Okay. So sorry, the dot plot, if we see a 2 or 1, so that should be a hawkish scenario. Now the pairs for a hawkish outlook, if we see that the yields and the dollar is actually stronger, right? That's the expected reactions, and we should see weakness in US equities and gold. Okay, so that's how we're going to be looking at it, so just an example of how the actual sheet would look like is pretty much right here. So we're just going to get another summary of economic projections. And this is pretty much what's going to tell you like their expectations on GDP, unemployment, PCE and inflation, right? So this is what came out the last dot plot meeting. So we want to see if these numbers change. If these numbers, if inflation, these numbers come out higher, if they come out lower, that's what's really going to cause those reactions in the markets. But this right here is the dot plot. This is going to be the main focus. So just having a snapshot of this, because if we see that it's different, right? So we can see that the first one, they're expecting 4.6. So pretty much that is right over here. This is the median for 2024 at the end of the year. They're expecting pretty much the rates to come at 4.6. If this median goes higher, that obviously would be a hawkish outlook. If this median goes lower, that's more dovish. So 2025, they're expecting rates to be at 3.9%. So this is the median of where they expect the Federal Reserve is expecting rates to go for the year. So watching this, we need to see if this changes. If this changes, right, if this increases or decreases, that's where it's going to be the tradable opportunities. So if these numbers, the median goes higher, then most likely that'll be a hawkish outlook. If these median goes lower, then that's going to be a dovish outlook. Okay, so getting a snapshot of this is what's going to be very helpful. Okay, guys, hopefully this helps. Any questions, don't hesitate to put in the comments. If you want to trade live, right, trade live with me, in my link, there is access to the private Discord where I trade live at this at 2 p.m. If you're interested, just let me know and I'll give you information on the private group. If not, at least like, subscribe, share this with another trader. Hopefully I enjoy this and see you for the next one, guys.